want to share a quick little story to the brand new person that is watching this video. I just got off a call about an hour ago with a new client, a new customer, and he's brand spanking new, brand new. Hadn't even done too much research on how to make money online, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, whatever. He's like brand spanking new. And that excites me. The reason is because a lot of things happen in this industry. Okay, there's a lot of nonsense that goes, just the cold hard reality of what goes on in this industry, because it's a big pain point for people wanting to make more money. Everyone wants to make more money, right? So there's a lot of people that exploit that to an extent. They pry on those type of people. They know it's a big pain point, so they're willing to do a lot of things to get out of that. Therefore, they're desperate in a sense. I just wanted to share a quick little story, like I said, to the brand new person and help you really understand what it really takes to make money online. And I had written this email a long time ago, a couple years ago, and it always kind of stuck out with me. And it was, ironically enough, I always share this story and it generates a ton of sales for me. I don't know what it is. It's a great email. Obviously, I'm not going to be writing it. I just want to explain what that email is all about. And I think it's a big reason on why people have success, okay? Why some people have massive success, but why also some people, a lot of the newbies, don't have success, okay? And it's all right here. And I know this sounds cliche. Oh, it's all in the mindset. You just gotta think right, and all of a sudden you're gonna be making money. That's not what I'm talking about at all, okay? The thing that kind of worried me a little bit about this new client that came on board today was that he's like, oh, I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not sure. I've never done this stuff before. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I'm just brand new. Okay? And again, like, I'm excited about that because he has no bad habits. But again, here, let's just get to the story. So there's a movie called The American Gangster. Okay, it's Frank Lucas, the story of Frank Lucas, which he was a drug lord back in the 70s in Harlem, New York. And there was a point where he got to a point where he was making over $1 million a day. $1 million a day selling heroin to people on the streets. Obviously, he wasn't doing that. He set things up and everything like that. Why was this? Okay, there's a lot of drug lords, there's a lot of drug dealers that are not making anywhere close to $1 million. And again, like, I'm not condoning this whatsoever. I just think the story is amazing. And how he got to this point is amazing. See, there's a lot of drug dealers out there in Harlem on the corners trying to sell, slang their dope. But the reason that Frank Lucas was able to build his empire into a massive organization was because he took the extra step. He had the right mentality going into this, okay? The thing that he had to do, well, he didn't have to, but the thing that he did do is he went out, he was trying to figure out, he saw all this kind of happening, he saw there's a big demand for heroin, and he's like, all right, well, let me go figure this out. So what he did is he actually contacted, it was his cousin or something, and he was out in like Southeast Asia where they basically made this stuff because he wanted to get it from the source. He was not trying to mess around with like just getting a cut of a cut of a cut, and it's not even that good of heroin. So what he decided to do is he went all the way down to Southeast Asia, and then beyond that, he went into the jungle and he actually found the place where the drug was made. It was like in the middle of the jungle. He like kind of risked his life going. I mean, he could have been eaten by a tiger, snakes, all that kind of stuff. It was dangerous to get there, but he got there, and then he was having a conversation. He was negotiating with this guy that was selling him the drugs, and then he says, hey man, this is what I want to do. I'm about to build this into something massive. I want to make sure that you are reliable and that you're going to be able to feed me this source. The guy's like kind of crazy, like, who do you work for? Like, what's going on? Like, you got to be part of the mafia or something like that. And he's like, no, I don't work for nobody. I work for myself. I'm building this shit up. And he's like, oh, okay. So you just tell right then and there, he's like, I have the ambition. I have the mindset. I know that I'm going to make this happen. And the guy saw it and he's like, okay. He still thought he's a little crazy doing this all by himself, but he saw the vision. He saw the mindset. I saw the ambition. So he's like, all right, let's do it. Let's do the damn thing. He's like, all right, cool. So then he goes back to the United States and he tells his cousin, I think it was his cousin in the movie, I believe. And he's like, you know, he was asking for, I forget the numbers too. It's been a while since I watched it, but he was, let's just say it was like 50 grand for whatever he bought. It was a massive amount of heroin. And he said it was 50 grand. And then Frank told his cousin to pay him 100. And it was pretty much the last money that he had. He's like, dude, it only costs you 50 grand. He said, that's it. He's like, pay him 100,000. Because if this dope doesn't reach me for whatever reason, if he just decides to jip me, then I'm screwed. So we overpaid him on top of everything else he did. He traveled to Southeast Asia, risked his life, negotiated, doing all this type of stuff by himself. But all of this came down to the fact, years later, I don't know the exact timeline, but came to a point where he was making $1 million a year because he was willing to go through all the steps to make it happen. Most drug dealers, most drug pins, as far as I know, aren't willing to go the extra mile, aren't willing to go take action and do whatever the heck it takes to make sure you have all the pieces in place to build an empire. And I want to relate this back to entrepreneurship. Obviously, you know, that's kind of a crazy metaphor because I don't really know too much about drug dealing. I've never been a drug person by any means. But he's an entrepreneur. I mean, Frank Lucas, as far as I understood, he never even did drugs. He just sold them. So imagine if you're selling something. Imagine if you're an entrepreneur and you're selling an info product, a affiliate marketing course, or maybe you're selling a product on Shopify, or you have some type of e-commerce shop, or whatever it is. Think about that. Yes, he went through a lot of different steps, but it was all in the mindset. He's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen so I can be the #1 spot. Most people don't do that. Most people are like, how can I get away with this with the least amount of effort? How can I make it the easiest possible? How can I make a little bit of money without doing much? And I implore you to make sure that you don't have that type of mindset. Those are the type of people that fail. I've been in this industry we're coming up on 8 years now. 8 years. I've seen so many people come and go, so many people. But I've also seen some people that just massively explode it. And the reason that those type of people make it happen is because they have the Frank Lucas mindset. And I implore you, especially if you are brand new, to adopt the Frank Lucas mindset. Do whatever it takes. It's gonna get tough. I still have times where I'm just like, God, I still have them consistently sometimes. And it sucks, but that's the way it is. And if you don't have the proper mindset, if you don't have the Frank Lucas mentality, you don't have a chance. But if you're willing to go through the necessary steps and you have the ambition and you have the drive and you know you're gonna make it happen no matter what, you can make it happen. And I believe in you. I know you can do this. It's gonna take time, it's gonna be a process. It's simple, but it's not easy. If you're looking for easy, this ain't it. And typically nothing else is it. I mean, it's easy to go work at McDonald's, that's easy, but you're not really paid for what you're worth there. Okay, if you want to make what you're worth, you go out and prove it. Prove to the world, prove to the marketplace what you're worth. Okay? So that was a little bit of a ranty video, but I thought that was just a cool metaphor, and I wanted to get on camera again, share that with you, and wish you well. Yeah, that's really it. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Appreciate you. Make sure and subscribe to the channel. All the links are down in the video description. You want to check out anything that I have to offer, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.